Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves therapy session for figuring out adulthood.
Loving each other.
I find our inner Barack and Michelle.
We're Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we're going to go with Jermaine J. Cole and Melissa Heholt. I hope I say her name right. Heholt? Heholt? H-E-H-O-L-T. It's a lot of consonants in there. Heholt. Y'all know I'm on the struggle. Anywho, the Grammy-winning rapper announced that he was expecting his second child with his wife, Melissa, in a very unique way through his music. In his latest album, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, which dropped, I think it was last Friday, y'all? Was it last Friday or the Friday before?
Friday. 4th of July.
4th of July, yes, so last Friday. Cole shared the news in the final track about his album called Sacrifices. He also used the song as the opportunity to pronounce his love for his wife, who is also his college sweetheart. To be exact, you know, I love a receipt. It says, I have nowhere to go. She gave me a place to stay. She gave me her heart to hold. I still got that shit too this day. This other verse is, she gave me the gift of my son. Plus we got one on the way, he reveals, adding, she gave me a family to love. For that I can never repay. I'm crying while writing these words. The tears, they feel good on my face. Shout out to Black Love. J. Cole, you know, sometimes I want to put J. Cole on the shut-in. I don't say that out loud because I know y'all stand for him.
Why?
And not a bad reason, because the thing is, folks, we're all on a sick and shut-in at one point in our life, a few times, right? There's points that I'm sure y'all had Nyambi's on the shut-in, you had Niram on the shut-in. But I feel like this phase that J. Cole is going through, musically, I don't mean personally. Personally, he looks like he's thriving. But it looks like he's so exhausted professionally when it comes to rap, but he's literally 3 years old and can't say he's retiring. You don't get the vibe from J. Cole that he was like, I don't know what these niggas are doing. I don't like, you don't get that energy from him.
Well, you know,
he not personally. Personally, he seems thriving. I'm talking about professionally.
Well,
like, don't he professionally when it comes to rap? He's just like, I just don't know what to do with you niggas.
Well, that's what I think that song "Middle Child" was about.
Oh, was that?
Is that he don't know what to do with these niggas? He's stuck in between.
That's what I mean.
These
he's on
old head niggas.
Yeah, he's very
and like these young littles.
And that's exhausting. Like, that's an emotionally exhausting stance to the point where sometimes, you know, no shade to J. Cole, I think he is a great lyricist and rapper. Sometimes that stage presence look like J. Cole just got out of bed. And I'm like, now come on, Jay. I know you can do a little better than this. And he'd be like, I'm about to stand up here and rap these lyrics, and then I'm going home to my wife and my children.
Right.
I don't got, wake me up when the mumble rap is over. You don't get that vibe from J. Cole.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jay, don't lose hope. Still be happy about the music. Like, the other thing is, I feel like J. Cole want to release bops, but he's like, I cannot. Like, the world does not need another bop. It's like almost he's looking around and be like, oh, I guess I'll write about things that matter. Mm-hmm. It almost feels like he wants to be like, I want to write about going to the club. But the wokeness in him won't let him. He's like, can somebody else just write about the things that are going on? That's what I mean by the sick and shut in. Mm-hmm. Sick and shut in professionally. Even his hair, he's like, I ain't doing my hair. He did the Jay-Z. Where everyone, again, we ain't lying. We telling the truth. We ain't know what Jay-Z was doing. Every time we seen him, we was like, oh, Nim, you ain't think it was.
I was just like,
that billionaire. Wait a minute. And then it finally came together. We were like, oh, you're free-forming. You could have gave us a heads up, Jay. We could have gave you some YouTubers.
Stupid.
Because I know he going to a fancy salon, honey, where all he had to do was listen to Natural, or what's that man named Damon who do them dreadlocks? Mm-hmm. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He on YouTube. He an old school black man, and he got dreadlocks, and he be reading people for filth on how they be coming to him, and they dreadlocks be thinning and be dirty and be having them lint balls. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Is it Damon or?
I can't remember, but yeah, I used to watch him when I had locks.
Y'all know the folks who old school YouTube natural folks. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We could have just sent him the video because he be reading people for filth. They be like, just because you know your baby lots is like what they call them sprouting, that don't mean you got to go here looking crazy. He said, don't blame that on the lot.
Right.
That is the person. He said you could put some oil on that hair. Your hair not supposed to be dry wise, but in the baby lock.
Right. Also, word to the wise, niggas who are growing locks, use black towels to dry your hair. So
so you don't get the little white things in there. That's basic shit, right?
You don't have lint balls.
Go to YouTube, y'all. You have to use black towels when you have locks or any type of braids or long-term style. So if you do get little cuckabuds or little lint balls stuck in there, you don't tell the difference.
Right.
Also, when you form a new lots, you're supposed to put a stocking cap on when you wash it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wash baby lots, sprouting lots, whatever you don't watch, budding. I think sprouting's maybe not the word. Maybe it's budding. Lots, and scrub them like you do your hair. You want it to stay locked. Also, witch hazel is your friend.
It surely is.
Do you know what I'm saying? ACV rinses.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend, right? Because it get product buildup. Your hair is fighting against what's it been doing for all these years. And that's all I'm saying, that Jay-Z and J. Cole refuse to look at YouTube. Because all these degrees I'm talking about cost less than $10. You can start. That's honestly why I was getting into lots, right? Like, you literally can start, you know, the maintenance, I should say. Like, I would recommend, unless you're really good at that twist, I would go to like someone who's really, really good at it, right? But the maintenance of it, and once you get that first twist done, you get, with the help of YouTube, a rat tail comb, some clips, apple cider vinegar, and a black towel, and a stocking cap, you can do wonders.
Right.
That's what, under $20 for maintenance? But I'm gonna have to find that man for y'all. I'm sorry. Who is you? I just went on a whole. Shout out to J. Cole, his beautiful wife, they children, and the new children who come along the way. I love Black Love, but yeah, J. Cole professionally is on the Sick and Shut In.
I'm Neil.
I'm Nayams.
And this is episode 267, y'all.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K.
Yeah.
We back, niggas.
We back. We missed y'all. Thank you for being flexible. Y'all know our parents came in town, honey. Put us on the Sick and Shut In.
I know, right?
Just keep us prayed, because we still recover. Don't worry. That's what our pillow talk going to be about. We're going to walk y'all through the weekend, what we did and all that good stuff, too. But thank you for being flexible. We just couldn't find the time. We thought we was going to have the time.
But we didn't.
Every time we looked up, it was midnight. And I was like, we wouldn't give people what they needed. We would have been on here on some foolishness.
Sure, would.
And we didn't even have a show to distract ourselves, to keep focused. So we just came on this mug rambling.
Just could have had the parents on there just giving up all our governments.
I don't know if they could have focused in. How that would have went.
Wow.
Is it on my check-in?
Yes, it is on you.
I don't even know where to begin, y'all. I'm mentally getting prepared to go on this 2-week journey at work. I'm excited about it, but I'm like, I'm about to be, I don't know if I've been away from home for 2 weeks where I had to pack a suitcase. Does that make sense?
Nigga, you have to do laundry.
Because I'm poor, right? Like, I'm all about the 7-day vacation. Or if I'm staying longer than 7 days, usually it's friends, family, somewhere I've had quick access to, like a laundromat where, you know, I might be able to do a quick wash, or if I'm with friends or family, I might go a quick shopping. You know what I'm saying? Buy a cute little quick outfit. But I haven't literally spent 2 weeks in a basically Airbnb or hotel before. And have you now? Is that a normal thing? Am I just poor, or is it just not exposure? Is that a cultural no couth?
Yeah, you know, I think you made it to another level.
Right. Because the thing is, I feel like I've done like the 7 days, of course, or it's like a month or 2 months, right? Like, it's more of those types of where you bring a fridge. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like camp, right? Like, I feel like I've either done camp where you stay at least 4 to 6 weeks, or you in and out, right? I've never did this weird in between where it's like, can people see me wear the same outfit again? Like, I need 14 outfits. So I'm just mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Do you even have 14 pairs of underwear?
Yes, I do got 14 pairs of drawers. I thought you were going to say outfits. That question might be no. And don't get me wrong, I have 14 pieces of clothing, but individual outfits, is it just me, y'all? Or does this happen? Like, eventually you get to your closet and you're literally wearing like 10 things.
Yes. And
I'm like, shit. And you know, at home, you could be creative with repurposing them 10 things. But when you on vacation, shit hit a little different.
But this ain't vacation, it's work.
I'm sorry. See, that's how you know. Like, work usually, even in my previous job, like I used to do like recruiting. That would be like long weekends. Like, I never spent 2 weeks, right? Long weekends where all you need is a dress, a shirt, and 2 pants. A dress, pants, and a couple shirts, and you ready to go from day to night, happy hour, professional. Like, that's easy. But 2 weeks in the swamp they call New York.
And you're gonna be in New York. It's gonna be hot as hell. So you know you can't wear that shit back to back.
No,
because you know how you like to be.
Yeah, you know, I get funky. Right, I have to thoroughly wash ass and provide antiperspirant. Like, I have to. It's a process here, right? Shout out to all the people who know. So y'all just keep me lifted. But I'm also treating it as work day, right? So I don't anticipate going out every night. I anticipate going out more than I would if I was just at home. But I don't know. Like, even for the week, like, is it ghetto to find maybe I should look at my hotel to see if they have a laundromat? Or do I find a laundromat in the city? Do I want to play in the city? I don't know. It's too. So I'll have to wheel my suitcase. No, this might not work.
So you got to wheel your suitcase to the laundromat.
I might have to go buy some throwaway H&M clothes. Sorry for anybody who shop at H&M for a long. You tell me how to do it. I have never bought anything from H&M that I can wash and wear again. Maybe I shouldn't put it in a washing machine. Maybe I just gotta hand wash it. Everything I buy from H&M shrink 3 sizes. I just tried this on. It was an oversized shirt. So it might just be a couple buy, and not even like why am I here? It might just be like maybe my first weekend, because y'all don't know, I'm going to like back to New England area. So I'm gonna be like in the New York, DC, Philly, like so in an urban area. Mm-hmm. Maybe that first weekend I just go shopping. Is that good? And just buy a couple throwaway outfits.
Yeah.
You don't have to do throwaway outfits. You go in a clearance rack, buy a little $10 dress or something.
Yeah. It might be some pop-ups or something.
Yeah, maybe I do that. But the thing is, I don't want to get caught up. It only got 7 outfits for 14 days. I guess Amazon's real.
Yeah, you're going to be there long enough.
So I'm getting excited about that and just mentally preparing. Not necessarily for the work part. The work part would be good.
It's like Amazon clothes or something like that.
Yeah, Amazon sell clothes. Like you can just do. Amazon got some. I don't know if I would buy the finest of garments, but I would buy a cute summer dress or a cheap linen pants or a nice cute oversized shirt.
Prime Wardrobe. You can try it for 30 days.
What's Prime Wardrobe?
That's where you.
Is it free?
Yes, you get to try it out for 30 days.
Don't do that.
And you
How does this work? Does it work like Rent the Runway?
Look, fill out the box, try it out.
Check out and return.
Yeah, so you get 7 days to try it out. That's enough.
That's plenty. I don't like none of it.
Look, you get to choose.
How many outfits you get?
I don't know.
You said I am not sponsored.
Let's see.
Or you do it by department.
Yeah.
Do they got, the thing is, the size I am now, I'm on the borderline between like straight sizes and plus sizes, right? Like I'm at that weird like 12, 14, depends. Sometimes outfit 16, right? I'm anywhere between size 12 to 16. So brands be funny with that shit.
Well, I did the Prime Wardrobe and got like 6 pairs of shoes. And that one time you said, "What the hell are all these damn shoes?"
Yeah, and I said, "All right, let it come through. Let that bill come through for a G, and see the intervention we have."
We returned it back. Look at this.
I want $20. See, that's what I want. Honestly, y'all tell me. I mean, I'm acting like I was in New England a year and a half ago. I act like I don't even know how to dress.
Right.
Honestly, I plan on wearing literally. I wish I can just buy 14 sundresses.
Amazon daily ritual.
And maybe 3 shoes. So 1 everyday shoe, 1 going out shoe, and then 1 backup everyday shoe so I can rotate it.
Here you go. They got this scoop neck.
Yep. Y'all don't understand. And I just want I want the dresses that if the wind blow too hard, it might go up. Like I don't want nothing tight on me.
Look, you can get the scoop neck in every color. Look.
And at night, if I want to dress it up, I'll put a blazer on or a jean jacket.
Black, dark red, greens.
I'll take that back. My shoes.
Dusty pink.
My shoes would be a pair of gym shoes, a pair of sandals, and a pair of going out shoes. Like I'm trying to keep this very minimalist.
You might need to try it. Girl, if I was you, I'd get this. Look, I'd get every single color of one of these.
I cannot keep wearing the same dress every day.
In a different color? Who gonna tell?
I think that by day 3 they'll catch on. So they're like, what the fuck? Well, they gonna start taking bets on that ass.
Y'all need to shop like men because that's what I do. If it fits, I'm buying it in every color.
Yeah, so I actually need to look into that. What else is going on? I don't have much to say about it, but what is this foolishness y'all getting mad at? Which one is it, the Chloe or the Haley who being Little Mermaid?
I think it's Haley.
I've said this once. I've said this twice. You niggas and you white colonizers, both of you, Africans, African Americans, all of y'all colonizers, listen up. Ariel's not real. Ariel is a fictional character. She's literally a bitch who lives under the water and breathes under that water and went to an octopus and asked in exchange for her voice to grow some legs to go chase after a nigga. None of this is real. So stop trying to, the whites or black, I don't know who it is. Whoever these folks who are stretching, talking about is based on a Danish folklore. The keyword folklore, shit's not real. There is no real Ariel. If this little brown girl want to be Ariel, let her be Ariel. And that's what I'm going to leave it at that. I just kept seeing the foolishness. And I know folks was emailing like, Nyambi, what do you think of it? I don't think of it. Who said that? Whitney Houston? Or was that one of the OGs? Mm-hmm. I think that was Whitney Houston when they asked her about, what do you think of Mariah Carey?
I don't.
And she said, I don't think of her. Or was that Mariah Carey? They asked they asked Mariah Carey what she thought about Jennifer Lopez, and Mariah Carey was like, I don't think about Jennifer Lopez at all. Same thing with Ariel. Other intervention niggas. It can't be an all black cast, because I think they announced, what's that woman who was in Bridesmaid? Melissa McCarthy might be Ursula. They're talking about Titus and them need to be it. It can't be an all black cast, although I am for Titus from Unbelievable Kimmy Schmidt playing it. It's not the hood version, y'all.
No.
So relax. And then I've seen some folks challenging, well, when is the difference? Sometimes you blacks or whoever you niggas are say that, they're playing caricatures and culture, blah, blah, blah. Again, if it's real niggas, right? We're not going to have, if we do a biopic of Coretta Scott King, we're not going to have, what's a white woman? We're not going to have Sansa play her. It don't make sense. Coretta black. Same thing for famous white woman. I can't think of one now.
But they've been doing it for the longest.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we mean by the appropriation of culture. Because they tried to bring Ariel into this. They say Ariel is a pale-skinned, blue-eyed, redhead woman. Ariel's not fucking real.
She's not.
So that's why we can do it. Just like Harry Potter. Harry Potter's not fucking real.
He's not.
So we can have we can have Mabel play it if we want. Okay?
You could.
It's not real. But when we're talking about real life people, that's when people get particular about it. Niggas. Next thing I know y'all wanted to get my opinion on. This Chris Brown. Y'all keep listening to Chris Brown. So we listen to him? Chris Brown's on the shut-in, isn't he? He's with Kanye, right? Both make amazing music, right? But we don't got one eye on them. In the shut-in. So never mind, I ain't gonna stay. I might have to be Chris Brown one day. Is he on that shit? Ain't Chris Brown? Miriam, yes or no? Is he on it? Okay, Miriam blinked at me. Stop listening to Chris Brown. When do we take why do we, I feel like I have so many reasons. One, I don't care. Two, why y'all listening to Chris Brown? Three, y'all know he ain't rap tight. Four, act like y'all don't know what the fuck people talking about when they mean good hair. Like, what? And I don't mean it in a negative or bad thing, right? I don't even mean this in the light skin, dark skin thing where it went back, because there's plenty of brown women, brown black women with hair today, but plenty of lighter skinned women with less than a centimeter of hair. Okay, that's very clear in the community. But we know what he meant. He talking about long, straight, the white. That's what he meant. What the fuck is it? And what's this other argument that some niggas are sliding in to talk about? It's all about preferences. Keep your fucking, Nyambi advice, keep your fucking preferences to yourself.
Who the fuck
be
is
grown.
Joseph Fiennes, who played as Michael Jackson.
Be grown and keep some of your preferences to yourself. Do you disagree, Nero? I think the older I get, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm learning just to, the saying was sometimes you just shut the fuck up. If you don't have nothing nice to say.
Don't say nothing at all.
Right? People are like, no, wrong with preferences. Well, when preferences turn to prejudice, it does. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, damn. How? Or is there no lack of, this is what y'all have to read. History means things. Right? Like, there's historical, cultural, like, oppression based on skin tone. And, like, this goes back, Chris fucking Browns. Right? Mm-hmm. When the folks in the house was fairer skin and more how are the kids not making this connection?
Because they.
Meanwhile, Chris Brown do got a look at the like little Asian kind of Latino looking. They kind of got a look. Beautiful women, right? But what is that? I was on the preference. Sorry, y'all. I went on tangent. You know what niggas start talking about too? I seen some dumb. What's the opposite of thought? These think pieces. What's the opposite of thinking?
Oh,
ignorant pieces. They was like, well, women have all these preferences, and say it out loud. Why can't man? That's why I was going with the systematic oppression, because men have been in power for so long and been able to use that against women in such negative and predatorial ways. That's why it's a fucking problem. Just the way white people be using things, when white people be like reverse racism, that's the same as this shit. Does that make sense? No, I'm stretching, right? It's the same as reverse racism, right? If women haven't been in places of power, right, like it doesn't hit the same. Dumb niggas. They be like, and I forgot some ignorant piece, some thought piece was like, women been saying they want a nigga 6'1", they want his dingaling to hit the ground and and do this and that. And I'm like, are you serious? But the difference is the power behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's prettier women sitting here.
The antonym of thinking is stupid or irrational.
Irrational pieces. Right? It's just the arguments that came that people just didn't understand how power works in society, the historical context towards it all, right? What's happening now, the power in his words, the place of power he holds, right? And the fan base he has and the influence he has. Like, none of this went into place.
No, I don't.
And that's just, and then y'all listening. He coming out with these 40-hour long albums. Like, no. Don't stop giving him so much. Yeah, that should have just eased on by. When a cousin or uncle ain't rap too tight, they say something. Did I tell you about the story at the family reunion when I had a cousin? He a little slow. And he he dropped his food in the grass and he was about to pick it up and eat it. And he was like, and he started growling at us. My mom was like, leave that shit alone. Leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
This is a situation. Leave that shit alone. But what do you think outside of the Chris Brown thing, Nero? Do you think it is a discrepancy or you're not willing to play when it comes to preferences when men and women can say it? Or is this some heteronormative bullshit we're going through?
I definitely think it's some heteronormal shit going through. But I feel like...
Do you think women can unfairly say the things that they want in a man, and a man doesn't have the freedom to do the same? Is that like... outside of Chris fucking Browns?
It depends.
Is that a real thing? Like, I'm willing to be
called
on back to that, if that is.
It depends.
Yeah.
Who's Hot Girl Summer?
The Stallions.
Mm-hmm.
What she told you she want her nigga to be? I don't know her song like that. I know her. I'm sure she got the song where she done told her. She done outlined what the Hot Girl Summer is.
City Girls.
What the City Girls say?
All they want is
I'm too old. I can't even quote them.
All they want is a nigga to scam.
What?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yes. That's why one of them in jail for scamming.
They said they want a nigga to scam.
Yeah.
Don't make me go back.
I'm just saying.
Don't make me apologize to Chris Brown.
I'm just saying. There's equivalent Chris Browns out there in the black community.
But do they say they want a nigga who's scam and the rest of niggas is trash? That's basically what Chris Brown's saying.
Pretty much.
They do? You know what? I'm doing my own research. I'm not listening to Nero.
Okay.
I'm going to go listen to the Hot Girl Summer. Is that the name of the CD? What is it called?
Fever.
Oh, what?
Fever is the name of her CD.
I'm going to go listen to Fever all the way through because I don't listen to the songs I like. I don't listen to everything else. And what's them baby girls called? The City Girls. The Suburban Girls.
Not the Suburban
I'm going to go listen to the Suburban Girls to see if they are toxic femininity. But I think the place still comes from a place of power, right? Women's power has been taken away for so long that we have to overly exert and be explicit on what we want, what we stand for, and what we don't, because that power has been taken away. Like, I still will argue it, even if these girls say they want scammers. No, y'all don't go out and get no scammers. You go to jail for that. But if y'all write us in, if you like, nah, Yambi, you women's, you know, I'd be like, you men's, you women's. What my boy say on Instagram? I love them. I love women's. You women's be out here degrading us men. But honestly, when I do hear, and I also think it's an age thing. Once you hit a certain age, good hair, bad hair, tall, short, right? You want a clean bill of health, nice savings, and mental stability.
Y'all niggas gotta pay me.
Uh-huh.
Put some respect on my team.
She means her boss. Like, she's doing the work. Uh-huh. What else?
No, that ain't it.
Why am I trying to take up a Megan Thee Stallion? What else she say? What does she mean? She wants to be paid for the work.
Hey, nigga, I don't want to talk. Meet me at the bank and show me what you really about.
That's because
niggas ain't real.
No, let me back up her
niggas
lyrics.
ain't
No.
real when that shit really count.
No, listen.
That's why I keep my little cat in their mouth.
Listen, go back to the first line. Let me explain Megan Thee Stallion.
No, ain't nothing to explain.
I'm explaining because you niggas was giving these regardless. What's it called? Regardless speeches. No regard speeches. Thought pieces about Chris Brown. Standing up for him talking about preferences. What it says, meet me at the bank.
He said, I don't want to talk. Nigga.
She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to go back and forth with you. She's not into confrontation.
Meet me at the bank and show me what you really about.
I would like to see if we're equally yoked.
Bullshit.
To see if our partners are because the First Lady Michelle Obama just quoted in her Essence speech that you should marry your equal. So I'm seeing if we are equally equipped.
I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this.
Okay, my last thing. Y'all, I'm reading this book. You know I'm going on my tour. Y'all need to read this book. It is called The World According to Fannie Davis. It's called, the subtitle is My Mother's Life in Detroit Numbers by Bridget Davis. I'm going to say it one more time. The World According to Fannie Davis, My Mother's Life in Detroit Numbers by Bridget M. Davis. Y'all know I'm on my journey of reading. I'm reading consistently, and I just finished The American Marriage, which was beautiful too, by Yari Jones, another good one. But Bridget, I'm only like maybe 4 or 5 chapters. I'm looking at my book now. I'm only like 4 or 5 chapters in. I'm absolutely fucking in love with Bridget M. Davis and the way she's telling this story of her mother. Like the title tell you it all, right? So the title itself is a memoir about her mother's life. But the thing is, her mom used to run numbers in Detroit. Right. And talking about like, oh, it's so beautifully written, and it shows like the story of resilience. It shows a form of Black women I don't think we've seen a lot. It's sometimes these Black women who will be called like the scammers, right? Or they just doing like, you know what I'm saying? But it really depicted her mother in such a beautiful light, and it was so much more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. And I think that the idea of a scam and all that's the stereotype. But when this woman was running her numbers, it was more than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had relationships with these people. She gave out loans to these people. Right. You know, she was helping folks pay their rent. Right. She was almost like an informal bank for the community. Right. And just the history in which they share like the Great Migration of her parents. So her mother was born in the 30s, like in Virginia, and the idea of her transplanting to Detroit and giving the nitty gritty about what it was to work in these plants, right? Because if you didn't get, especially as if you didn't get in at the right time, right, you would get hired, you would get fired, you would get hired, you get fired, right? And what that meant, right? But the piece that really was speaking to me was the idea, not the idea, because honestly, this still goes in some places, right? Unpacking just the idea of generational wealth through land and home ownership, right? It's something about that just touched my spirit so much, and talked about everything her mother had to go through to buy the home in Michigan, right? And so we're talking about the 50s and 60s. So we're talking about prime redlining. Yeah. For y'all need something to go Google redlining, REDILING, right? So this was the way for like banks and mortgage companies not to loan to Black people and or women, but more particular people of color, right? So what they did, they would outline certain neighborhoods that would be predominantly Black, even if they were like middle class neighborhoods, like all the Black people are doctors, have jobs and good credits. They outlined this neighborhood to be a high financial risk, which AKA just Black people living there. They didn't give loans, right? But if you can't get no loan, ain't nobody just got the money just to buy the house outright. No. So that led to predatory landlords, right? Who would just charge exorbitant accounts. But even more than we just talking about renting. So say if you're in a place where you actually want to buy your home, since you can't go get no mortgage, and even though she a numbers runner and she probably got the money to pay in cash, if you paid in cash, colonizers so conniving and hateful, they're going to be like, where does Negress get all this money? Right, so they gonna start digging in your shit. So you gotta play the game to put just enough down payment to get them interested, and you sign these informal contracts with them. Basically, that you put a down payment to the folks who live there, and you pay them monthly until the house is paid off. So even though you could be paying them for over 20 years, you still have no rights of ownership into this house till you are fully paid for. And that's only if the colonizer do you right. Right. A lot of times, the other colonizer can swoop in at any moment and say, "This is my house. Right. Get out." Or, right, when you're about to pay it off, start adding different fees for taxes and stuff like that. And that's if they pay the taxes. And then the state come take the house, or the bank come take the house and kick you out. Yeah. Right? Like, so just knowing the history of our people, and especially like being connected to Detroit, and they're talking about like the different streets, like from Black Bottom and off Delaware, and just the hustle up that people had to do, and the sacrifices, right? We're talking about grandparents' generations that they made by working hours on top of hours and driving and taking the bullshit just to own these homes to give something to us. Was like, again, it's just beautifully written, right? And they talk about like the community engagement and how when her mom found the house and how she decorated it. Like the story is just so good. Like I said, I'm only on chapter 4 and I got all of that. If y'all looking for a good read though, that just speaks to your heart, It's called The World According to Fannie, Fannie Davis, My Mother's Life in Detroit Numbers by Bridget M. Davis. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Like, I don't want to ruin the opening story. Even the opening story of like how her babies were going to school and they'll be dressed a certain way, teachers be funny, right? Like, ooh, it's such a good book. What you think about that, Nero?
That's very interesting. I might have to pick it up.
And I even just like hearing like the number, like they even breaking down the numbers game. Right, and what that meant, right, and how like her mother started off as a bookie, and who like the big bookies were, right, and saying how Barry Gordy and them had to go to the bookies to start these Motown companies, right, and how the NAACP in Michigan was started by the number runners, right, and like funded a lot of the things like trying to make black women, all these things that were like big huge stakeholders in Detroit for black cultures. These number runners and they were the one who funded it because they had the hard cash,
Right.
right? And how when we do it, it stays illegal, right? But when you think about what the mafia and all the other folks did with prohibition, right, with legal alcohol, right, they just made it a legal business.
Right.
Right? And how even back in the day, it was millions of money, millions of dollars that was just flowing through the community just that way. And I remember even as a kid in the 90s, for my you know, I don't want, you know, folks gone now, right? My grandparents have a number person. It'd be an old little man come with a little number book.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't even know that was illegal till I was grown.
Hell,
I'm thinking this is a neighborhood game, like bingo.
Hell, the lady next door to me who used to call and snitch on me to my mama did numbers.
Did the numbers. Or even just the thing, like just the words, boxed and straight. And even the lady who wrote the book, Bridget, talked about that, like just hearing the cadence of it, right? I want 873 boxed and straight, right? I want this, right? Oh, I dreamt last night about helicopters.
Right.
What you get in the dream book, right? That was a culture.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that culture? Do people still run numbers?
The old school people do.
With Venmo. See, that's the thing. We got too many technology, too much of a paper trail.
Right.
And when literally they had them Mead notebooks. But that, what notebook? What evidence?
I'm going to put a penny on 313-5050 box.
Yeah. A penny?
Hell, the number person take anything.
The number bunnies will take anything and say how you want to flip it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is such just a good black read and just resilience and black womanhood. And again, just a black woman doing what she got to do to provide for her family and getting creative. Right? If folks back in the day did all this with little to no education, barely knowing how to read and write, drive, what the fuck is our excuse with the age of YouTube and skill set? What's wrong with us, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no excuse, but it's such a beautifully, I'm telling y'all, like, it's just her writing just feels like they my cousins.
Yeah.
And like, I've never heard of this author, Bridget M. Davis. Like, I'm a digger because this is nonfiction. Y'all, if it's reading like fiction, like it's nonfiction. I can only imagine what her fiction is. You know, what you say you interested? What you think about that?
You know, because it just reminds me to the lady next door.
It is true.
Who random numbers.
Yeah, it is so true. And it looks like she got some other novels. Looks like some of her other novels is Into the Slow Go and Shifting Through Neutral. She's the writer-director of the award-winning feature film Naked Acts. She's a creative writing professor at Branch College. So I'm going to have to look more into her.
Yeah.
But she's sickening. She's on, whatchamacallit, Nero? Maybe we need to link her. She's on Twitter. Okay. At Bridget M. Davis. Sick, though. Sick. Please read this book. It's so... last thing. And she talked about even the guilt and shame she had about not wanting to share the story, right? Because our mama always said, when people ask you what your mama do, don't worry about it, right? Don't share the story, right? And she said she had to even like ask her aunts and uncles, like, you know, will mom be okay if I like? It was just so good. Yeah, if y'all read it too, let me know. That's all I got. Okay. You know what you got?
Fucking on scamming ass niggas, scamming ass rich niggas.
Who are you reading? What scripture?
The scripture of the city girls.
Acting up.
Act up.
Oh, act up. You mean acting?
If that nigga a scammer, I'ma turn into a dancer.
What's up with the scammers? What is that? Why are y'all onto this? Why is the children glorifying scamming?
If your ass a broke nigga, hell no, I can't date you. If your ass a rich nigga, I'ma fuck you till you ain't one. If that nigga a scammer, I'ma turn to a dancer, make his clap like he got the right answer. And you talking about.
This seems all in good humor.
Now y'all be. Stop caping.
All in good humor.
Stop caping.
It just rhymed.
Bullshit.
It just rhymes.
No, because her ass in jail for real, for real.
Maya Angelou talked about the caged bird. She wasn't literally talking about a bird, honey.
Bullshit.
Just like the City Girl aren't literally talking about making it clap.
Yeah, they are.
What they said is what they meant.
Act up, you can get snatched up.
I don't. You know what? Don't do this to these girls.
What? I'm just reading it. That's what it say.
Because we done let the Migos and all them other folks who ain't talk, the baby, we let them talk all type of foolishness. But soon as we got the Stallion and them City Girls doing what they doing, honey, I'm just
saying it's equal.
It's not equal.
It is equal. The thing is, has it been longer? Yes. But women have had their female counterparts all the way through. Lil' Kim.
Nigga, that you're 90s. Talking about from the 90s.
Look,
I'm
Lil'
talking
Kim
about from the beginning
90s.
of civilization. You're just like colonizers. You niggas have been free. Didn't you get Juneteenth? I'm talking about all the shit that happened before, Nero. You men been fuck niggas since the beginning of time. Trina. Since caveman. You niggas since Neanderthals. You niggas have been fuck niggas. Y'all had
Lil' Kim. Y'all had Trina.
And you talking about Lil' Kim in 1993. now we're even.
In the City Girls and Meg Thee Stallion.
So I agree that women, we can be a little more looser at the mouth because y'all had a head start. That's what is a little bit more grace.
If your ass a broke nigga, hell no, I can't date you. If your ass a rich nigga, yoked. I'ma fuck you till you ain't one.
I'm interested and I think we have chemistry.
Bullshit.
What's the next line?
If that nigga a scammer, I'm turning to a dancer.
I'm really not into illegal activities, so I'm going to go and work at the club where I legally can get him some money.
Nyambi. I can't.
What's going on with
you?
I
can't.
I'm just vouching.
No, you over here shooting these motherfuckers bail. You ain't slick.
Well, y'all interpret what Chris Brown is saying because Tokyo done came out and be like, I was at the club and he ain't let the dark skin girls. I said, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Tokyo, where you come from, sis? But I do believe it. It's some truth in everything.
It is.
But the thing is, it ain't just a Chris Brown thing either. Mm-mm. That ain't what you gonna make me believe.
Who was
either.
that other damn, who was that person that that didn't let that social influence in?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right. I forgot about who that was. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't just a Chris Brown. I would not be surprised if it was a cultural thing. That would not make me blink 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's your check-in there? What's going on?
I really ain't got much. I just want to say thank y'all to everybody who has sent a word, a message, a 5-star rating, review, so on and so forth for your boy birthday. I appreciate every single call, every single email, every single 5-star review. I appreciate y'all.
Nice. All right. I know we done did so long with our check-in and bringing everybody up to date. You want to walk through kind of our long weekend with our folks now and then?
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, you start, baby.
So, the 3rd was my birthday.
Yeah.
So, was already in my feelings. Just trying to, I get real introspective on my birthday. So, I just wanted to chill out. And I told Naomi to take Mabel to work just so I can just be by myself.
And how long was me and Mabel was gone from what? 8 a.m.? Actually, early, 7:30 to what? 4:30?
Yeah.
5. That's a long day
to
me to have Mabel's.
It's your dog.
What? At work? Or
yes.
Like that go through that whole process?
Yes, it's
That's
your
a lot.
dog. So, I pretty much was just at the crib just to myself.
Yeah.
Really ain't been posting on social media. And just chilling out, just being in my thoughts.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to be. Just in my thoughts, chilling out and reflecting.
Did you have a good dinner at least?
Yeah. And then afterwards we had dinner at this bomb-ass seafood spot. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
It was good. It was good. It was a good drink. It was a good martini. Y'all, for y'all who don't know the Nyambi, I love a nice stiff-ass martini. If somebody can hit a martini in the right spot, you want to get me to talk and give me about 2 martinis. I'm going to tell you your future. All I need is 2. I ain't going to drink more than 2, so I already know my limit. But give me 2 martinis and ask me any question you want. I love a good martini, and they had a bomb one. It was like a Grey Goose, lychee, lemon drop hybrid martini. And don't get me wrong, I like a traditional like martini straight up too. But I like a nice little chilled fruit when I'm on a patio martini. That lychee martini it's almost as close to the martini that's at Cheesecake Factory, that pineapple ginger.
That one is good.
Wow.
So, I just spent the day reflecting, right? And just chilling and just being in my thoughts. Because one of my favorite pastimes is just being in my thoughts.
It is.
And like just have peace and quiet to like just listen to myself think. Yeah.
Thanks.
So that was the 3rd. On the 4th, our parents came on in.
Bright and early.
Bright and fucking early.
Bright, like, and no flights was delayed, or the flight came in early.
It did. So we went, picked them up, and right when we picked them up, I was like, "Oh, here it goes."
But can you say, before we did that, on the way to the airport, Nira and I had a conversation. I recommend y'all do this as couples. Or if you have a friend who hangs out, a platonic relationship that's like, when your family come in, you're certain people you bring around because your family vibe well, they deflect good. Me and Niram had this quick 30-minute conversation on like what topics are off limits while our parents are here. And I think that was helpful.
It was.
So we had, like, we each share, like, if so-and-so brings this up, I need you to jump in and deflect. And even if they don't stop the deflecting, I need you to jump in on my behalf to be like, oh, you know what? We're really not talking about this right now. Right, to say it explicitly, right? That's not the first thing you say. Because a lot of times, with your parents, you can get them talking about, you be like, oh, the sky blue. They be like, I remember when I was young, the sky was blue too, right? They already on a different topic.
Right. Oh, this weather is nice.
Oh, for the most part, squirrel, right? That attention span.
Old black folk, that's one thing they really love talking about.
Weather, grass. A deal, the paper.
Your mama talked about this grass every time we got in the car.
Every time we went outside. Y'all know out here in Northern California, it don't rain like that. So we had hay season. It's really no grass. It's just everything's hay. And she was like, why do y'all just let it be hay? Why don't y'all put gravel? You can put some good gravel down and some cactuses. They'll do good out here. I'm like, Mom, I literally live in an apartment complex. I can't go dig up all the grass. Like, what it is what it is. But us having that conversation was helpful.
It was.
And I don't think we've ever done that. I think explicitly, indirectly, we kind of know, or unspokenly, we already know what each other hot topics are. But I think before we'll be unsure of when, like, we'll be trying to look at each other like, do you want me to say something? Is you going to say something? Do you want to talk about, like, but I think just giving us space to be like, I do not want to talk about it while y'all are here, and empowering like, we were advocates and allies for each other. They'd be like, I know y'all want to talk, like, and if it got to and none of the topics got to this point. Like, like one of us volunteered, like, so it was something that Niram didn't want to talk about that was triggering. I try to deflect it, try to make humor. If it doesn't happen, I eventually had to be like, you know what? I know you want to talk about this, but right now, Niram and I don't want to talk about it, but not saying that we won't. But just while we're at these 4 days we don't want, we promise next week we'll talk about it. Right. Like, it was that person's job to do that. So it wasn't the person who was triggered doing it. Right. Because I already was in a calmer state than that person who's triggered and doing it. So I think that was helpful.
It was very helpful.
And I'm sure some of them are listening now, so I'm sure they know that now. But it was just good to go into it. So, and the thing is, as soon as we even heard a little bit of it, I feel like we jumped in on it. Right. What do you think, Niram?
Yeah, we did. Because it's like, all right.
And we were able to talk so much over it that we like took the charge of the conversation. So even if they started the first sentence, we just took the conversation where the fuck we wanted it to go. Right. And they don't forget where they started because it was time to eat again. Or to go to the bathroom. I don't know.
Right.
But so that's a tip that I don't know if I've actively used. And I'm sure maybe y'all already doing it, but when you got in-law, even friends, right? I think it can go anybody that you're about to be, or group vacations with friends. I think that's something we should try. Yeah. Like, even with friends, like with anybody we about to go be with for an extended period of time, what are our triggers? When do we need to jump in and deflect? And who's going to be the advocate ally for each other? Right. Something huge. Okay, but talk about that the first day now.
So, they flight came in early. Nothing was late. Nothing was delayed. I feel like they got their luggage quick.
Luggage in 3 minutes. Wheelchairs lined up.
For my mama. And where y'all at?
That's why I said we got caught in some traffic. Niram's like, oh no, we probably work through. I said, let them know we in this traffic now. Because at first they're gonna be like, y'all don't care about us.
We done flew all the way from Detroit on this long flight.
Yeah, and y'all can't even be here.
Y'all can't even be here on time.
And y'all know how the one-on-one is. If you get an accident, it's tearing down both ways.
Right.
You ain't moving.
Sure ain't.
So that happened. I sent the email. I was like, not the email. I sent the text. We coming, y'all. We on gridlock. We are en route. But yeah, so then that first day we did what else now?
What did we do? We went to
A nice pancake.
a nice little pancake place.
Yeah.
Just
feed them.
You get to feed them because when black folk get off that plane,
even if it's a 30-minute flight,
you gotta feed them.
I'm like, you just flew for an hour. What do you
right.
mean you're hungry?
I'm hungry. You ain't eat nothing on the plane? Just gave me salty ass peanuts.
Well,
pretzels.
I shut down my system when I'm on a plane, kind of.
You shut down your system when you around people, period. What you talking about?
I just don't want to eat anything. So I guess I'm part of that number. Because honestly, whenever I fly out, like when I'm flying to New York, I put in food to the Uber while I'm driving in my taxi. And if sometimes the Uber meet me as I'm walking out my taxi, I'm like, thank you, honey. The Uber Eats, thank you.
You'd be lucky enough to get an Uber Eats that just pick it up while you in the car.
That's what I think I might have to do next.
So, we did that. We sit and talk, and then
they met Mabel, honey.
All they want to do is just meet Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents, my mom, just all they could. They didn't want to go to the hotel first. They just wanted to go and meet Mabel.
They think Mabel a human, honey. They think Mabel is I think. Do you think they think that's as close they're gonna get to a grandchild?
Yes.
Don't be like that. We still young, y'all. We got some time. We got about 36 months.
Are you making car payments? What are you
36 months.
I got 36 more
we
months.
We got about a Chevy.
Note.
We got a Malibu. A used Malibu. Before we got to start making some moves.
Mm-hmm.
That's real shit, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's terrifying.
So
a panic attack.
So they just played with Mabel.
Yeah. And Mabel played with them.
She
received them really well.
She did.
Because I was worried.
Because the thing is with Mabel was very, I want to say sneaky, but she's very off-putting.
She's shady. You can say the truth.
She's off-putting.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, she don't really like new people like that.
No.
Like, she got to meet you a couple times.
Yeah.
Unless you're willing to play that fetch with her.
Yeah. And that's
you play that fetch.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she won't even bring it back to you. She'll bring it to me or Nyambi.
Yeah.
So then you got to force the fetch on her. You got to bring it back to this person, Mabel.
Yeah. And she's like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll play with them. But she received them really well.
She did.
And then I made some food. I guess everybody forgot I can cook because we had a friend. We had some family that was also closer out here, so we invited them over too.
Mm-hmm.
Why was everybody surprised about the barbecue and the food? What do you think was the raving compliment?
It's good.
They like that lemon pepper wet chicken I made, honey.
It was good.
What?
That lemon pepper wet.
We got ribs, of course. But I'm like, actually Nia called me out. He said, how many meats you have? And I said, ribs. He said, only one meat. I said, I probably do need to have 2 meats. So I did like a baked lemon chicken, right? Because we can't have barbecue pits.
Mm-hmm.
And that was good. Everyone was, I cook a fully loaded baked bean. My baked bean has bacon, ground beef, peppers and onions in it, honey, and some extra molasses and some barbecue. My baked beans can be a meal. I don't know why I don't do a soupy baked bean.
No.
Oh my God. Ew, don't do that. Don't come invite Nyambi over and got baked beans and the baked beans and spread out to my whole plate.
That baked bean is going to stick to your ribs.
I need the baked bean to be thick. And of course we had collard greens and all that. But what was the fun part? We played a game.
Yes.
What's it called? What's that fun one we played?
What you meme or what do you meme?
Yeah, what do you meme? MEME. And it was hilarious. How would you describe that game now?
It's like the meme version of Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I agree. So what happens is there's a deck full of just common memes out there. And then you also get another deck of captions. And based on who pulled the meme, they become the judge. And you have to submit the caption that aligns with that meme based on the person.
Mm-hmm.
So it is so funny. It is so good. I recommend y'all get that one. And of course, we had to play Black Heart Revolt. I think we forgot how to play that. Or would you say it just didn't age well?
I don't think Black Heart Revolt aged well.
Maybe we got to get a new deck.
Probably.
It didn't age well. But you know what was kind of funny? Trading Races.
Yeah.
Y'all know we so black, we even got black games. Trading Races is a game. It's a deck full of black people or black adjacent people.
Mm-hmm.
And what you have to do is everyone has to go around and throw down each round who you think is the blackest
mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. And you all have to argue each other. Right. So I can put down Oprah, somebody can put down Michelle Obama, somebody can put down Tyler Perry, then somebody can put down Rachel Dolezal. right? And then each person has to go around and be like, I put down Michelle Obama because of da-da-da-da. I did Rachel Dolezal because of da-da-da-da, right? And then everyone has to then go around to vote who they think is the blackest, and you can't vote for the card that you put down.
Right.
It's hilarious. When I tell you it gets you rolling. And the thing is, like, of course you have your black unicorn. So you have the Harriet Tubmans, Barack Obamas, Michelle Obamas, and all that stuff. Harriet Tubmans, all that good stuff. But you also got, like, Justin Bieber, Iggy Azalea, right? Black Jays, Miley Cyrus, right? And you can have your own categories where it come to that, and you can argue it either way you want. And that's just, I thought it was a good time. What you think?
Yeah. They got some expansion packs.
What's the expansion pack they have for trading racist?
They got a Chicago expansion pack.
What's in the Chicago one?
It's dedicated to all things juke, footwork, and four cross.
We should submit one for Detroit.
Right.
Do they got some examples? Can you go through it? Do they give one?
No, they got Chicago, and it's like Raheem.
The mayor, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Harold Washington, and R&B singer synonymous with urine. Oh my God. And then they have an Uncle Tom expansion pack?
Yeah.
Who in that? Oh my goodness. And what's the other one? Stay woke expansion. That's what I need.
That one got Colin Kaepernick,
Maxine Waters, Michael Beach. People are funny. So it could go either way. Like, you can get real serious with it, or you can get real funny with it. And it's basically who can do the best. It's funny. It's a good conversation starter, right? And it's also a good education piece, right? Because they have some of the lesser known civil rights folks that if you don't know, low key, sometimes you got to do some research on them to really like, well, who is this person?
Right.
What they do again, right? So I think either way, it's a super fun game, and you can go rated R, X, all the way to PG. Like, I think this is something you can play with the babies, too,
yes,
right? Like, you can tone it down to play it with the babies. And we played Jenga. We played all that. We just took it to like an old school family barbecue cookout.
Yeah.
And then what we do the next day?
The next day, we actually just sat around the pool. We got some family members, and just did a blackout at the hotel pool.
We did. I'm sure that actually it was slow out here. It's always quiet out here, but we just took over the whole pool area, and it was amazing. We had some little children out here playing. It was great. My dad looked like as my cousin. We was teaching back and forth a zaddy with a Z. He stayed in the hot tub with a chain on and his shirt off.
With sunglasses on?
With sunglasses and his head back. With plastic cups from Starbucks because we couldn't drink. You know, you can't take glass to the pool. Because, we had a family resort. Then we got some Jamaican food, too. It was nice and fun, too.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Sunday, what we do?
Sunday, we went to church.
The house of the Lord, where I'm always appreciative. I think I said this last summer. I'm actually a little sad, but my pastor, he takes the whole month of July off. And it's either the associate pastor, assistant pastors, or invited pastors. So it's like every other week. So it'd be like the associate pastor, and then it'd be an invited guest back and forth. Because I think he take a little longer. Maybe he takes like 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
Because you're able to go back and forth.
Because he be out of there.
I don't blame him, though. Right? If he there every other Sunday,
Look, I done gave y'all mofos the word.
Yeah.
I got to go and
be with my family.
Right.
Right? Because I can imagine what it is. I'm not a PK or anything, but it has to be so emotionally draining to be like, pastors are kind of on call, right? Like, if people be dying, like,
yeah.
Of course, emergencies, no, but I don't often hear a pastor be like, oh, you in the hospital? Right. Can't make it.
People be dying.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Or it's a funeral to do.
Married.
I'm booked. I don't hear a pastor say that.
I'm on vacay. Get Pastor Joe
to do it. Right. So I can appreciate him taking this time, right? Because he says yes to the other times, right? But y'all, I think I need to go find this from last year. That pastor done came, that old school pastor who 80 years old, who I said I almost fell asleep because this one I almost didn't come back to the church. They invited his ass back. And I'm figuring out why now. He was with the founding pastor.
He done been there so many damn times.
That he done been there longer than anybody else in that church been there. So I think it's out of a respect that they keep inviting him back. And don't get me wrong. You could tell he loves the Lord and he was giving good tips, right? Like, I definitely got the idea of, because his word was like, you need to be the light. That's basically what it is. To say, we depend on Jesus and everybody else being these light, right? But he said, you on earth. The Lord just don't want you to be passive. Right? Like, what could you do to be a better Christian, to go above and beyond? Who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to be generous with? Like, who are you? Like, that was the core of it. Right? And this idea that if you're going to be a Christian, you need to open your entire self up, right? Not just pieces of yourself. Because he used the analogy of having a house. And, a lot of people are like, well, Lord, just look at room 1 and 2. I don't need you looking in the other rooms, right? But if you then gave your life, everything needs to be opened up, from the way you talk, the way you think, the way you move, all that. But somehow we got to talking about what? He was like, you want the Lord to help you when you feel guilty, shame, defeat. But when you was watching that porn, you weren't saying, I was like, oh my God.
See, one of the things Nyambi is missing in this story
What
is
am I saying?
This guy's an old Indian man from India.
First generation.
First generation. And I think he pastors in India.
As a Christian, which is complex.
As a Christian.
Which is complex in itself. Right? That's stuff you need to unpack there, right?
So, Nyambi's not giving the full justice because he had a thick Indian accent.
So it sounded like he was kind of cussing you out?
And then all he kept talking about was that pornography. You want to do better with the Lord?
Even see in the church, we was like, because our pastor gives like really actionable examples, and this is how you apply it, and there's a variety of ways. This is how you apply it at work. This is how you apply it at home. This is how you in your relationships, your friendships, right? Like, but he was very focused
on that pornography, on
like TV, and we watching too much TV. I'm like, you realize you in Silicon Valley? We're constantly looking at the Bible's on our phone.
You're looking at your phone. He just didn't know his audience. Looking at that pornography,
and we looking at the Bible. You hear people with your audience? Oh,
stop looking at that pornography.
I feel like someone's gonna hold up their phone and be like,
y'all in church right now looking at that pornography. I said, what?
He said at least 4 times. And everybody was kind of like, you can see, he look around and be like, is anybody, what notes did the pastor leave? I wonder what the pastor said when he looked back at it.
I don't know. If he ever looked at it.
What did he say? Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Because I know I wouldn't.
And the pastor, our associate pastor, you could tell it threw him off, right? Because he had to come up at the end to do the benediction and give us our what's it called, communion. He was like,
woo.
He said, he was like,
praise him.
Well, we do have to keep the fire of the Lord in us, and make sure we have him in all the rooms. Amen. Let's go ahead and stand.
That pornography.
But he old school. He was literally, I want to say he was older than 80. He was literally in his mid 80s. Mm-hmm. So Indian, black, white, just that generation of the worshipers were very particular on what worship means and what it looks like. And I think for our multi-generational, multi-ethnic church, this is the most conservative lecture I've ever heard in this church. And you could tell everybody in the church was literally holding their breath.
Yes.
Because we even knew it was something. Because he was like, usually I'd be surprised y'all invite me back. Because I say such, I forgot what he warned us.
Yeah.
He said, I've been saying crazy things for 40 years in this pulpit. And every year y'all invite me back. And at first I was like, what is he saying crazy? He's about to come up here and get about it. And I was like, oh. Yeah. There it goes.
There it go.
But again, the foundation in the word was,
I don't know what foundation you got, because all I can say
invite the Lord
pornography
into everything that you do. You can't pick and choose what you invite him to be, right? And being aware of your triggers or your shortcomings, right? And meaning that, like, you don't have to just call on the Lord for the big stuff. You need to call on for all the little things, right? And how do you make it all encompassing, right? If you're going to do it, put your whole foot in it. Put your whole ass, to keep referring to pornography. Put your whole ass in it. Don't put half your ass in it. That's all. That was his point, but he just was very long-winded. And that's the other thing. My church, my pastor can keep a sermon in about 25 minutes. He's a very Joel Osteen delivery. Mm-hmm. Like, so in 31 minutes, he's like, all right, stand, church. Y'all got it? When we have Bible study, we got other events going on. So he was hilarious.
That pornography.
Mm-hmm. And then we went and seen the most horrible movie on earth.
It's so bad, it's funny.
I think that I forgot that little Indian pastor. He'd be disappointed because he said it's the devil's work. I think I already messed up 3 hours after church.
You did. Mm-hmm. We went to go see.
Oh, repent and quit. That's what he kept talking. Repent. You watch the porn. Repent. I said, why do we keep going to this example? And that's true, right? He said, you don't gotta wait. You don't have to make it a big thing. Acknowledge it. Lord, I'm sorry, right? You watch the porn, repent. Say you sorry, Lord.
I watched that porn again.
And I know the children was giggling. I know the children could. He's probably their favorite speaker. If you weren't interested in porn now, I know the kids had questions.
Right.
I'm sure half the children in that church under 8 went home and asked their parents.
What's pornography and why is it sin? Would you want your sister, your mama,
to be up there This is me. Well, I'm a feminist. Is she doing it because she getting paid? Is it choice? All right, then.
Does she pay taxes?
Does she pay taxes? Is it by choice? Is it consensual? Child. Okay. Well, I'm a liberal, honey.
So, anyways, afterwards, we went to go see the world's worst movie of 2000. It's up there.
Of the decade.
We went to go see the remake of Child's Play.
They could have literally I thought they were going to just do the same thing with just better technology.
No.
What the fuck was we doing? Who was that? I want to tell him this. Who funded this? And now I'm with Master P. Why don't y'all go buy some of Master P gym shoes? He said I got the hookup coming up. And he caught me in my throat. I was literally about to say, who the fuck want to see? I got the hiccup. And what's the next words he said? He said, some of you niggas out there saying, who want to see who got the hiccup? I said, I'm sorry. Repent. I said, you right. I got to go see. I got the hookup because I went to go see trash ass Chucky. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Didn't I'm just look up. I got the hookup.
Yeah.
Where's playing that? Is that the hood? New Parkway.
Oh, you know what happened?
9:30 p.m. I can't go that late.
Friday. That's the only time it's playing.
Do they got a noon? Where's New Parkway Theater at?
I
Oakland.
don't know.
Hit it. Then where is it at?
I don't know.
Why they do this to? Oh, it looks like a lot of things by us.
Oh, okay.
Oakland. Where is that? Is it anywhere by Telegraph?
Yes, it's Telegraph right there.
No. I can't go.
It's
At 9:30 p.m.?
No, look at this.
That's a classroom.
Is that a couch?
What the hell is
Look at
this?
these couches.
What is the New Parkway Theater, y'all? And who 80 houses this basement?
Look at these chairs.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all go Google.
I'm so distracted.
The New Parkway Theater on Google and then look at the Google pictures. Nigga, they got it's like a garage sale. Is this a school? They got the nerve to serve liquor.
They got bean bags.
Nigga, if I pay for a seat, I got to sit in the bean bag. I'm going to be mad. Near we might have to, though.
These old ass couches.
Should we just Uber there? Because I ain't driving. Should we Uber?
We're going to have to.
Oh, yeah, it look dark. Why I got to start so late? What is that machine?
That's what it's playing though.
Okay, come on there and focus.
That's the projector.
But yeah, Master P got me together. Shout out to the folks who went to Essence. Because soon Master P, because he was on all the talk shows talking about I got the hookup. I said, I got the hookup too. Nobody trying to see what the fuck you and wrote me. Because honestly, Master P turned me off a little bit because he be having that little beef with Tyler Perry. And I don't like that too much. I don't like these beefs people be trying to go back and forth with Tyler Perry. Just let it lie.
That's the only time it's playing?
It ain't playing ever again. It ain't playing on Saturday.
It's just playing that one time.
Oh my God.
Because I'm looking at all show times.
Maybe it'll come back again. Check later in the week.
Oh, okay.
Read the summary for I Got the Hookup too. It says, after Best Friends, Black and Blues restaurant is shut down. Black needs to find some cash fast. He thinks his luck has turned when Blue's son, Fat Boy, and his best friend, Spyda, Spyda, bring him a stash of stolen cell phone. Still doing the cell phone shit. Cell phones. And Black decides to sell them on the street. There's only one problem. The boxers with phones also contain the Colombian cartel's stash of Molly, which Spyda decides to sell. Okay. Is that kind of racist? Colombian people? I don't know. But Master P kept saying that blacks and Latinos, so I'm thinking he's trying to tie that in with the Latinos. Shout out to the Latinos too, Latinx community. It's a new show. Eva Longoria got. Is it Eva Longoria or Sophia? No, Eva Longoria got on ABC called The Grand Hotel, and it's about a hotel in Miami with a predominantly Latinx cast. I'm trying to support that too. Did they got a preview for I Got the Hookup?
Yes, they do.
Hit it. Let me see what this preview say, y'all. They can do the publicity. Where's that?
Don't worry about it. You're going to be good, man.
No, when you say we good, what normally happens?
I'm sorry, you didn't make it.
Blue!
I'm going to buy a little restaurant here. What do you say? $2 million?
$2 million? Everybody can use $2 million.
Yeah.
Blue could buy another car, pay off his house.
Watch him work.
Probably pay me my money he owed me.
Won't he do it?
But we're not for sale.
What?
Mr. Black, take a look around you. The neighborhood is changing.
Okay, I'm good. So, gentrification.
Mm-hmm.
Master P, no, he enunciate. Did Master P and T.I. go to the same elocution coach?
Probably.
Y'all going to see Got the Hookup? See if it's straight to demand. Can I order it off something at the safety of my home? Why is it only playing in one place?
I don't know.
What the hell was I talking about? Oh, Chucky.
You know why I was playing in one place. Because the blacks is only concentrated in one.
I mean, that's not even a theater. That's someone's Annie house.
I know. I say it.
But talk about the horrible movie on earth, Chucky. And just because I've seen Chucky and I paid $11, I need to give Master P his $8 too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to rent it. Renting, how much it costs to rent it straight to DVD? Like $6, $7?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that man his money because I was talking shit about him and his son. So. Cause don't he also got them shoes he's selling? He said he sells shoes now.
He do? He got
Yeah.
Masterpiece shoes? Let me look at them.
I don't know what they're called. It sounds like Valence. It's like I don't know, but he got some shoes.
Oh.
What they called?
I don't know.
Yeah, Mayati or Bygatti. Mayati.
Oh.
That's what I said. It sounds like a play on a brand that's out.
Moniati?
What? Moniati. Moneyattiti.
Moniati.
And one of the sneakers is called Drip P92. Them kind of like Jordans.
They kind of do.
Okay. Anyway, we can talk about Master P Friday. But y'all going to see I got the hiccup too. I ain't like the first I got the hookup. Did you?
Yeah, it was funny.
I ain't get it. Like I maybe I'm not exposed to that type of hood. Like I ain't used to hanging out in junk shops. Like where was they at? Like weren't they like sleeping in car? Like what was happening?
It was at a bodega.
That was not a don't you do that to New York people. Anybody don't you do that to New York people because they got walls. And indoor running water. I don't know where Master P and them was at. You know what I'm talking about? All I remember me and Ed sitting in like a bat seat and curtains. It reminded me of like Sesame Street, Oscar the Grouch
They was
shit.
at a swap meet, baby. Jesus.
They ain't had a swap meets got windows.
No, they don't. Swap meets don't have no damn windows.
I ain't never been.
You ain't never been to a swap meet?
I don't think I have.
Oh.
I've been to the flea market. I don't know about the swap. Oh yeah, that is. It is a swap meet. Now I'm just Googled it. I'm not used to swap meets. Oh God.
That's a swap meet.
I think I'd rather go to the Salvation Army. Is that the same?
No.
Oh.
Back to Chucky.
I don't like swap meets. They don't make you nervous.
No. I like a good haggle.
But I don't ever understand what they're selling there. Like it'd be like shit that people went at their house and like glued some macaroni to cardboard and like so I don't. It's like farmer markets for black people, poor people.
Yes.
Okay, make them a little more sense.
Yeah, it's like estate sales, but the black version of it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've been to an estate sale. It ain't what I seen on I Got the Hookup.
Oh. Are we talking about Child's Play or what?
No, we giving Master P some time. Go see
Okay.
I Got the Hookup, y'all. Be safe. It come out July 12th.
Hopefully y'all got more showing times than we
We
do.
was at 9:30 in Oakland on Telegraph.
At the New Park Theater.
Who from Oakland? What's the rapper from Oakland?
Who?
What's that old man name? Too Short. Andy House.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't nobody going in there. East Oak. Is that East Oakland?
I don't know. Shit. I can see. I can look at the map and tell you.
I'm gonna call my theater down the street.
Hello. My name is Nyams.
I am a tax-paying citizen.
They got a 4.7 star rating.
Didn't you tell me it's certain things called bots? No, that ain't the thing.
I love this funky neighborhood establishment. Great place to see a movie or a Warriors game. Small but adequate menu and good bar.
Oh, y'all niggas eating food in there?
Had a beet salad and recently,
Is this
and it was
gentrified?
yummy. Fried plantains are great too. Love the couches in the theater.
Oh, I'd be scared of bed bugs.
There used to be more couches in theater one, but they were replaced with mostly office chairs. But pretty comfy, but not the same now.
What? What's another rating say? We reading the ratings, y'all.
You can order up front and have your food delivered to you at your
How?
seat. Pretty cool. They have a lot of
How did they know what
vegetarian,
couch to deal to?
friendly, and gluten-free
Oh, this
offerings.
gentrified, Nero.
Only 2 screens that they play lots of movies from regular theaters don't offer. Like what? Documentaries, foreign films. There are couches in one theater and a balcony, and the other with comfortable office chairs. fun place, but parking is
I
difficult.
bet it is. Can you find a low rating? Ain't no low rating.
You think
Go to the 1.
Let me see.
Can we go to it?
Let's see. Search rating.
Lowest rating. What is it?
The lowest rating by the dog barks. Have given a new parkway and its crowd many chances to live up to the reputation spot by the general public, but I do not go to the cinema to socialize. Films have been ruined by this establishment. A girl walks home alone at night. What? Twin Peaks.
Oh, so this is a white person who went and didn't realize niggas talk in the theater.
If you ever want to go see anything you like to pay attention to or feel any sort of brevity.
These is niggas talking to the theater. They're talking to the screen. And the white person's like, I'm trying to fucking listen.
To events on the screen, avoid this place like the plague.
We going, y'all. I think we're going there.
The customer base is the, what is that, Pier 1 sword?
Pier 1?
Wonder off, what?
The Pier 1 sort wander off the street, squint-eyed, looking to eat chicken salads with their what?
Clinking silverware and frequently turn their party to a too loud whisper.
Oh yeah. So we eating food and we yelling at the screen.
Mm-hmm.
What is there a black woman on here? That's
No.
giving. Yeah, Vet ain't black.
Nah, let's see.
You know, I'm looking for a black woman response. I don't want to hear what a white woman got to say.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
What did Yvette say?
Your vet is black.
Yep, there's her picture. Yep. Look, what did a black woman say?
Apparently, after some seemingly arbitrary time, the fully staffed bar food counter are closed, while staff grin and joke around amongst themselves in plain sight and tell you they are closed, while the dude next to us in the movies was able to literally exit the side door and return with a refreshing beer and a reminder that Bay Street and Emeryville would have been happy to serve them something, at least something thirsty and pissed.
So this is what happened. She went there, right? And the hour said maybe 30 minutes to 15 minutes of the movie will serve something. Sis got there and followed the directions. What happened was the bar sold out. Something happened, right? And they said, basically, I'm done. Somebody went behind her and said, I would like to get something. They said, I'm basically done. Then the other people went back to their seat and was like, you know what? I'm about to run to the liquor store and get some drink. Hold the door open for me. And that is what Sir did. He went to the store, bought some liquor, and came back in, and his friend let him in. And Sis was pissed. Near, we might have to try this. What you think?
Yeah, I'm going to bring my knife.
Yeah. I mean, what is it by? I don't know how gentrified this area is.
I don't either.
In parking. We might play. Mm-hmm. All right, we got to finish up this trip. We getting long.
Oh, it's near First Fridays.
Oh, that.
You know, that place was real rough out there about First Friday.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be on an empty night. Is there a hotel nearby we can park at?
I don't know.
Maybe let's do some digging.
Okay. They got a hot yoga spot.
Oakland is full of like that ain't nothing to do. I'm just talking about gentrified spots like this during the day is cool. Like that's how I would describe it. During the day is cool, but some shit when the night hits you at Oakland, you better be where you need to fucking be at.
Sure do.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's the night that catches you.
You better act like you know where you're going.
And you better act like you know where you're going. I don't got time to go down streets walking through parking in garages and shit for niggas waiting. That's what I don't have time for. But I can play at a hotel where I pay you $15 and I can Uber back and forth from that hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll play with that now.
Yeah.
But Child's Play, worst movie. I mean, it ain't nothing. It's just bad.
It's bad.
It was so bad. To the point, I knew it was bad when I seen how that doll looked. I said, what the fuck is that? I said, why did they have to redo that Chucky?
It was so bad, it was funny.
Yeah, some points I literally laughed at. I don't know why the man, what's his name? Paperboy did that movie. Paperboy, that was a bad move for you.
Mm-hmm.
Paperboy was in it from Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was no spirits. It was basically, spoiler alert, it was basically an angry worker that lived in some Asian country and basically took all the parental controls off. And just by shutting off the parental controls on Showtime, I guess the doll loses his fucking mind. Through machine learning and machine intelligence, the dolls be like, I mean, like what we say that robots take over, but they did it horribly.
It's like,
horribly.
It's like those bots that was saying nigga. You know how people was trying out like the new Twitter bot?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what company it was, but they was testing out a Twitter bot, and like niggas was just talking to it, or just white people.
Yeah.
And there's like, I'm going to kill niggers or some bullshit like that.
Yeah. Same shit. I wasn't that scared of it. And the thing is, I used to say I was a little nervous about Chucky.
It wasn't scary.
But I wasn't scared of him. Like, I feel like in real life, that nigga want to get buck. Right? I feel like the old Chucky, you couldn't just kill him. But this one, you like, why didn't they throw water on him? I feel like the battery and the electricity wouldn't went well with water. Right? Me and him would have been tussling. And he ain't even seen that strong. You know, the old Chucky was like a spirit, right?
Right. He had those spirits and
so
shit.
he was strong as fuck. Like, he was flipping niggas on his head. But this new Chucky wasn't doing none of that.
No.
He was just showing up real creepy. And the thing is, he only had one time to show up real creepy on me. I'm like, I'm going to fuck you up.
And then other than that, he just controlled shit.
Yeah, like the TV, turn the TV off.
Your Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the age of technology, the way shit defect, I know how to get through that, honey. We can reset. We go all the way back to. I was like, "Where's the factory reset button?"
Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete, Chucky. Get back to factory settings. What is it when you return to factory settings?
Yeah.
Return, delete, back to the basics.
Right.
And actually, I was more interested in this. The workers at the plant story. That's the horror movie.
You're right.
Not this dial. Ain't nobody scared of this. It was horrible. Don't waste your money. And then lastly, that last day, we finally sent them on off, honey.
You surely did.
Oh, wait. We didn't even mention. One day, we took them actually to the city and we did a driving tour. Y'all, can we talk about bathroom breaks? And getting in and out of cars. Near me, you can close us out with that.
No.
What?
So you got my mom, who's older.
Yeah.
You got Nyambi's dad.
Ooh, his knee hurt.
His knee hurt. Everybody.
My mom, her foot swole. Everybody got ill.
Everybody having trouble get out the car. And every 15 minutes, everybody got to use the bathroom.
A different person got to pee.
And the thing is, we are in San Francisco. I want to say like one of the least bathroom friendly places there because everything got a lock on it.
Yeah.
And you got to go buy something.
Yeah.
And every time we stop, I got to pee.
Jesus. It was just a lot.
Yes.
And everybody kept asking me, when do you go to the bathroom? I said, when I'm home.
Maybe when I go home. Look, no more water for you.
I said, y'all stop drinking all this water.
You know what it is? It's that coffee.
Yeah, I think it's the coffee too.
You know, because they drink like 3 or 4 cups of coffee in the morning.
Chase it with water.
Right.
What y'all doing? Slow down.
No wonder you got to pee.
All the
that damn
time.
coffee.
All them diuretics. But no, it was good to see them, man. I think that's it, Nero.
Yeah.
I'm going to close this on out.
Yeah, as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We got that SoundCloud. We got that voicemail on us at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to you later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.